People, not computers, create computer threats. Computer predators victimize others for their own gain. Give a predator access to the internet and to your PC, and the threat they pose to your security increases. Computer hackers are unauthorized users who break into the computer system in order to steal, change, or destroy information, often by installing dangerous malware without your knowledge or consent. Their clever tactics and detailed technical knowledge help them access the information you really don't want them to have. Today, cybercrime causes huge problem for society, personally, financially, and even in matters of national security. Just in last few years, hundreds and millions of credit card numbers has been stolen. Tens and millions of security numbers and healthcare records were compromised. Even nuclear centric fusions have been hacked and unmanned aerial drones have been hijacked. This is all done by exploiting vulnerabilities in hardware and software, or more often taking advantage of unintentional decisions by people using software. People committing these cyber crimes don't fit a single profile or motivation. It could be anyone from any international terrorist to a teenager competing for bragging rights. Today, the largest countries not only have a regular army but also have a well armed cyber army. In fact, the next World War may not be fought with traditional weapons but with computers used to shut down national water supply, energy grids, and transportation systems. Now, let's take a look how cybercrimes works under a hood. We will learn about software viruses, denial of service attack, and phishing scams. In biology and life, a virus is an organism that is spread by coughing, sneezing, or physical contact. Virus is worked by infecting cells, injecting their genetic material, and using those cells to replicate. They can make people very sick and spread other people. A computer virus works a bit similarly. A virus is a program that gets installed usually unintentionally and harms the user and the computer. It's also possible for the virus to spread itself to other computers. So, how does a virus get to your computer on the first place? There are a couple of ways a virus can attack into someone's computer. They might lure a victim into installing a program which might be fake. For example, a lot of viruses are disguised as a security update. It is also possible that a software in your computer has a vulnerability. So, when an attacker can install itself without needing an executive's permission. Once a virus is on your computer, it could steal or delete files, control other programs, or even allow someone else to remotely control all your computer. Using computer viruses, hackers can take over millions of computers worldwide and then use them as a botnet to attack and take down websites. This kind of attack is called a distributed denial of service. In denial of service is when hackers overwhelm a website with too many requests. We call it a distributed denial of service when the attack comes from many computers all at once. Most websites are raised to respond to millions of requests per day. But if you hit them with billions or trillions of requests coming from different places, the computers are overloaded and stop responding. Another trick that hackers use is to send a large amount of spam mails to people into sharing sensitive personal information. This is called a phishing scam. A phishing scam is when you get what seems like a trustworthy email asks to log in into your account. while clicking the email takes you to a fake website. If you log in anyway, you have been tricked into giving your password away. Hackers then can use the login credential to access your real accounts, to steal information, or maybe to steal your money. Fortunately, there are many companies, laws, and government organizations working to make the internet safer. But these are not enough. You may think when a computer system gets hacked, the problem is the security design or the software. 90% of the time, a system gets hacked. However, it's not because of the security bug, but because of the simple mistakes made by the human. It turns out that there are steps we can all take to protect ourselves. Often, the actions not only impact the security of your own data and computer, but the security of everyone at your school, workplace, and home. With billions or trillions of money at stake, cybercriminals are getting smarter each year, and we all need to keep up.